marched through the gauntlet at 185 pounds, and tonight, that elusive crack at UFC Gold.
Just getting here is an accomplishment, because the waters are sharp and pesky. Every single time you walk into the octagon, you are challenged at the highest level. So to get here is one thing. It's another thing to become the champion. He feels like tonight is his night to complete the journey, to finish writing his story and walking away with a championship belt.
There is a little bit of friction on this matchup, but most people would argue if any athlete is well equipped to bottle that emotion and realize success on a big stage, it is this #1 contender. Those questions, give way to answers here. Folks, you know who he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion. This man has run roughshod through one of the deepest divisions in the UFC, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
He ain't slowing down, John. He loves the ability to call himself the champ. A smile is on his face every time somebody goes, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" The guy lives for it. He lives for the adulation. He lives for the applause. He lives for the ability to stay in the spotlight. He will fight to defend his title as if his life depended on it.
Huge training camp for him. He feels like he has leveled up in a lot of disciplines of mixed martial arts, and man, if he presents an even better version, scary proposition for the challenger. All right, both fighters have graced the octagon, and that means we are ready to go with live action from the Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto, where some of the best fans in all of MMA have come out to see our fights here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, to get us started now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dricus, still not Plessis. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Strickland!
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. Dateline, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, back at the Scotiabank Arena. There's been a lot of UFC history in this building already.
You know, a lot of UFC history, but the main event has always been two guys, whether it's John Jones versus somebody or Max Holloway versus somebody. Those guys have made this arena a second home for their careers.
Straight punch is good.
Ooh, what a punch.
Well, DC, they say styles make fights. We haven't had much of a fight here through the first minute.
Hasn't been to this point. I mean, I don't have much to say, and I always have something to say. Big double leg level change.
Strickland gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Big power shot there.
Another strike to the head lands.
Back and forth we go!
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
Straight right, he misses.
Oh, nice little right hook there. He's got to start kicking the body, kicking the head. He's just got to start kicking.
Lands a jab.
Cannot take those leg kicks clean like that.
Slip that one. Under 2 minutes to go. Strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Lands the ground and pound strike. Oh, great reversal to top position by Strickland. Oh, interesting there as he just decides to let him back up. Telegraph that spinning back fist. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Certainly showing off some good hands here tonight. Back and forth we go. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range though with it. Round two's next.
You're doing great. Those takedowns are beautiful. He can't stop your takedowns. Keep them coming. Keep them going just like that.
All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see time.
What a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there by Strickland. Lands a double leg takedown. Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. Excellent ground and pound here by Dricus to Plessis.
This is a terrible position.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Du Plessis right back to the full mount here. Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down. And now he's got the back. Oh, there's some good ground and pound here, and some swelling has now been caused on his opponent. Just over 2 minutes to go in round two. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange.
Du Plessis' nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Right hook to the head, blocked. Grips the body there. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Slips the left hand.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side. Strickland's going for an arm here. Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tight.
It's starting to get really tight in there. This is it. This has to be the end.
Oh, he's out!
He actually escaped. Look, I gotta stop writing these dudes' obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me.
All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. And there's that jab. All right, well, if you like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That cut is really starting to open up wide now.
It's starting to open up, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too bad right now. It's still bloody, but it's not.
Oh, he's in real trouble now. Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go full the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. Not that close. Take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Ground and pound strike there now. Plessis' eyes closing up now. Not good for him. And there it is. Another strike gets through on the ground. Strickland, ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Good job defensively to block that punch. Oh, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
And now a head kick to boot. He's on wobbly legs now. Oh, elbow to the body. No part of him is safe.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you
These guys are absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Another knockdown. Back to the feet. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you got to be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
All right, let's get it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Strickland!
All right, so a lot of people thought the #1 contender was going to get it done tonight. Not the case, and still UFC middleweight champion of the world. And I think he wants to slow all of that roll when it comes to somebody taking his title.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy has desires to be a long-reigning champion. A champion that held onto the belt like the great Anderson Silva did before him. This guy looks to have all the tools to be a long-reigning UFC champion.